In this video, we will cover what the new TrustMAPP Engagement Builder provides customers. And if you are a subscriber to TrustMAPP and you have Engagement Builder, you will find that on the left-hand menu. I'll go ahead and go into Engagement Builder. Here we have engagements that we've created. There are a number of filters we can apply. We can sort by different filters like task. If we have recurring engagements we want to use, we can select that filter as well. These are engagements that repeat. You can see we have quarterly access reviews, we have semi-annual audit evidence validation, and additional quarterly user access reviews as well. Very handy if you want to repeat these certain processes like evidence collection for SOC 2, for user access reviews against specific enterprise applications, or any additional custom workflows that require a repeating process. If I go ahead and start to create a new engagement, I can select add an engagement. I'll just call this my new user review engagement for simplicity. I can indicate what task or what tag rather I want to apply to it. In this case, I've already created a custom tag. Custom tags are available. They can be created by the customer. There are a couple of defaults as well in the system. I'll say demo tag, demo engagement. And now we can set a priority for this particular engagement. We can indicate low, medium, high, critical. We'll leave it as the default. We can indicate a color coding for this as well if we care to. Let's just mark that as yellow for now. If we have a risk that this engagement is going to be attached to, we can also select that risk from our list below. We can search for it as well. And let's just call this our supply chain risk. We can indicate any specific risk mitigation that is custom to that risk if it's not already populated in the risk register. And then we also have the option to associate a specific control to this engagement. I can drill down into what specific area this applies to and then select the control itself. So this is a nice way to create an engagement, a workflow, an action item for a control connected to a risk, or even if a regular audit process is required, it can be connected to risks and controls as well for reporting and connectivity across your security program. I can assign one or multiple users to this particular workflow. I can request a validator as well if I choose to. In that case, the person in this example, Ryan Cooper, will be assigned as validator. They'll receive an email notification from TrustMAPP when the users above have completed it. Now I can indicate what the start date is. We can select tomorrow, and we can then indicate when we want this complete, let's say by the end of the month. We also have the option to track the time, and per week we can also indicate if there's a goal selected, specifically if it's a control improvement activity. Any specific notes, we can indicate that we want to automatically email the assignees this notification when they are assigned when I save this particular engagement. I can also, as indicated earlier, make this a repeating template. This is just like a calendar invite that can be repeated on a regular schedule. So if I want this to repeat, let's say every few months, so if it's once a quarter, I'll say once every 3 months. I can indicate the start date of that. But in this case, I'm just going to make this a standard engagement, a one-time activity. Now what I can also do is I can attach any specific files. So if there's any evidence that I want to associate with this, I can choose that and determine what artifacts I'm going to associate with this engagement. Let's say a previous file related to access reviews for our SAP environment. I will save that engagement. Now those individuals have been notified, and I can look at the engagement specifics as a company administrator. I can look at the updates, any status updates, any notes will show up here. And if I provide that, it'll record each timestamp for the user when they complete an action. I can look at any validation activity that occurs as well. And I can associate or review rather any files that are connected to this. Users who are assigned a particular engagement can also upload files. Very helpful, especially when you're doing user access reviews or collecting any evidence, for example. Those are use cases customers are currently using Engagement Builder for. So if I go back to my engagements, what we'll see is my new user engagement. I selected the tags of task, access review. We see my medium, and then I can go into even manage my tags as well. And these are all the tags I've created. I can add a new tag if I care to, and I can determine what that is. So let's call this the demo tag. And we can select a color for that. Let's pick a dark blue. Add the tag, and now that's another tag that we can use for our engagements, and it'll show up on the right hand side. I don't have any selected or tags added for demo tag, but if I did, I could click that button and it would filter. This is the new engagement builder in TrustMAPP. Please reach out and contact our team if you have interest in exploring your use case for engagement builder. We'd be happy to walk you through this. Thank you.